Ta-ta! No, I'm nervous. Hello, my lovely viewers. My name is Raina, and today I'm gonna go through my TBR cart and show y'all what is on my TBR. Physical TBR. I hope that y'all can't hear my little woozy fan because it's a little warm in here. It's been a hot minute. I haven't done a vlog in a long time, so it's kind of weird coming back to do a video. I wanted to do a TBR because I haven't been back in a while, and I just wanted to show y'all what I will be reading in the future. I'm currently on a book buying ban. Let's see how long that lasts. But I'm on a book buying ban because I have all of this on my TBR cart, and I need to make some room for other books that I want to purchase. So how long my book buying ban is, I'm probably either by the time my birthday comes around, or if I finish maybe one of these tiers, because I don't know how many books I have, and I already know that it's not that many books that I have to read compared to other booktubers. But yeah, these are the books that I want to read. This doesn't really have well, I think I kind of separated it. So the top tier are the books that I would like to read as soon as possible. These two books though, Oathbringer and Edge Dancer, these are the books that I want to read first, preferably. These two for sure, but I don't know. We'll see what my next TBR is, because I don't know what my next book that I'm going to read is, because what was the last book I read? The last book I read was A Walk to Remember, and that was the end of last month, so at the end of July. So anyway, this introduction is really long, but yeah, this is I would like to read first, second, or taller books, and then third. I realize I'm gonna have to show every single book that I have. Let's get into this because I don't know how long it's going to be. All right, so here's the first tier. I have some books in the back too. Here we go. I'm not going to be reading the descriptions in the back of the book, because a lot of these books I actually am going in blind. So if you're wondering how I'm getting like my recommendations, like how do I know which books I want to read without reading the back, I will kind of go through Instagram, BookTube. I'll see some book talk stuff, and I'll kind of base it off of that. And if I'm watching like a booktuber recommend books, I'll use like Storygraph to determine whether or not I want to read the book. Okay, so the first book is Brandon Sanderson's Edge Dancer, and this is the book in between Words of Radiance and Oathbringer. Next we have Brandon Sanderson's Oathbringer. This is a thickie. This is the third book. I already read. I can't tell you how much I love the series. I love this universe so much. And yes, I did start The Way of Kings before reading Mistborn, which I should have read Mistborn first, but I don't regret it at all, because I love the series so bad. So I'm stuttering because I love the series so much. Okay. Next we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Then we have Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know, this might be my next one because I have missed the Throne of Glass series, and I'm itching for like a romance. I'm itching for like a romance fantasy book, and I made this bookmark hella long ago. And I'm just like, I'm ready to go back into this universe. I did make it on Canva, so it's very similar. I'm not saying it's the exact same, but I miss this universe. So I might go back to it, but I don't know. I kind of want to do a video on reading the rest of the series, because I already did read Throne of Glass, so I might just continue off reading the series. I also read ACOTAR. I love ACOTAR. Then we have this book, Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. This book was actually recommended to me. Then next we have Red Rising. I'm excited for this series. I have been told that it is good, so I'm excited for this series. I don't know, I might read it. I might read it next. I don't know. Oh, Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And I know that I have, because I have the rest of the series in here. Morning Star, Golden Sun, and Iron Gold. I have them here. The first book, the first books of the series that I have are going to be on the top tier so that I can see which series I have. So I can start the first book, because then I'll have the second series, and then I'll have the third of the series in there. So yeah, Red Rising. Then I have Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. I don't know. Then I have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I have not read any of Emily Henry's books, so I'm very excited. And just like Emily Henry, I have not read any of Abby Jimenez's books. So I have the first of the Yours Truly Just for the Summer series. I have Part of Your World, and this is the first book. I don't know what any of these books are about, but I used to be a romance girly, and I do, like, growing up I would read romance books. Okay. What's blocking it? You know what, it's just gonna face me at this point. Growing up, I was a huge romance girly reader, but now growing up, I'm dipping more into like sci-fi, romantasy, fantasy books, because ACOTAR actually is the first book that got me back into reading after not reading for several years. And so after reading ACOTAR, I realized, like, oh my goodness, I'm kind of a fantasy girly. So that's how I also started reading Brandon Sanderson's book, The Way of Kings, which is, I love The Way of Kings so much, y'all. The Stormlight Archive, oh man, if you love high fantasy, I highly recommend it. It is like a 1,000-page book, but y'all, oh no, I really like it. So far that series is like, you know what, we're not gonna talk about that right now. But anyway, yeah, I am now mostly into sci-fi and romantasy, fantasy books. But I have some romance in here too, because I am a romance girly. Oh my gosh, I'm just speaking so much. Next we have Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. And I've heard that this book is so good, so I'm so excited to read it. Then we have first book of the Chestnut Spring series called Flawless by Elsie Silver. I have not read any of her books either. Then we have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. And I like this cover because, I don't know, man, I'm becoming a cowgirly. Well, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Okay. Next, we have The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. We have some books in the back. So these two books that I'm about to share, I want to read, but I just don't know. I feel like the lighting is off. Okay. Jeez Louise. These two books I got from Barnes & Noble like hella long ago. It's called The Handbook for Highly Sensitive People by Mel Collins, and Emotional Intelligence by Gil Hassan. Hassan? But yeah, I want to read these. I just don't know when. They're just on the top of my cart because that's where I kept them. But the next books that we have on the top tier are The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Then we have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Yes, this is YA. Oh, and another reason why I kind of wanted to read more like fantasy sci-fi books was because I love YA books, but after reading Divine Rivals and the Cruel Prince series, like, that's a little too YA for me. I just want to read a little more like adult books, but I don't know. YA just has my heart just like Forever 21 does, okay? And then this book, I do want to read, but I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I will. Maybe I'll just listen to it or something, but it's called The Body by Bill Bryson. And I got it because I got this years pre-pandemic time because I had a book in microbiology and I was really into that class. And one of the books that was recommended when I was just browsing about microbiology was this book right here. So that's why I picked it up, but I don't know if I'll ever get to it. And I'm telling myself if I don't read it by the end of next year, maybe I'll just unhaul it. We have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, which is the second book in the Part of Your World series. Then we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And honestly, I tried reading this book already, but my mind wasn't in the right headspace, so I had to soft DNF it. I'll come back to it eventually, but yeah. Then after I read Oathbringer, I'm going to be reading Dawn Shard, which is the next book to kind of bridge from Oathbringer to Rhythm of War. This is the fourth book of the Stormlight Archive series, and the fifth book comes out this December. I don't remember when December. Oh my gosh, this thing is thick. Dang, this thing is heavy. Oh, I love these books so freaking much. I can't tell you how much I love this series so much. But the fifth book comes out in December, and my goal is to read Oathbringer and Rhythm of War before December. It took me like a month each to read the books, so we'll see. But if I don't read it by December, by the time the fifth book comes out, I'll be okay. Then next we have IQ 84. This was a book my past manager likes, so this was like one of his favorite books, so I'm going to go ahead and read it eventually. I don't know when, because this is also a thickie of a bookie. Next we have Morning Star, which I think is the second book in the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. Oh, I didn't say who IQ 84 was by. Haruki Murakami. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Then we have Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I actually didn't know this was by Ali Hazelwood. I picked this up because I do like chess, and I heard from reviews that they talk a lot about chess, so I like that. I dig that. Then we have the 7-Year Slip. Oh, it's fine. I got the 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and it is a little beat up because I got it from Target, and it was like one of the last 2 copies that was there. Then we have 1,000 Boy Kisses, which is, yes, a YA book, but I heard that it'll make you cry, so I like a good tearjerker. 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole, and I believe the second book came out a while ago. I don't know. I just saw another book that looked like 1,000 Boy Kisses, and I figured that was the second part. Oh, these next couple books are non-fiction, I believe, but I'm a little nervous. Okay, I don't want to break my books. So we have The Blue Zones Solution by Dan Buettner. I don't know, but this book, and then we have Eat and Flourish by Mary Beth Albright. So I have 2 nutrition books because if you guys don't know, which I think a lot of you guys do, I was a nutrition major. I got my degree in nutrition, so I do like to read about nutrition, but I'm also a little nervous because non-fiction books, I don't know, man, depends on the type of book, but I don't really read, so. But this next book is a memoir. It's called Troubled by Rob Henderson. And I don't remember why I picked up this book, but I was looking up like autobiographies or memoirs that were like good. And so I forgot, but I just picked this up and I was like, okay, cool. So I'm excited to read this book. Now we're finally getting to the bottom because I've been talking too much and I'm stuttering all the time. Okay, we have Aragon. This is the first book that I'm pulling out from the bottom. Aragon by Christopher Paolini. And I got this book because something. The newest book came out and I have not read Aragon. And I want to read Aragon because I remember growing up and looking at this book and saying like, oh, I don't want to read that. Here I am now wanting to read it, but it is on the low priority side. Then the next book that I have is The Sympathizer by Viet Thanh Nguyen. I think I butchered that too. But I picked this up because, again, my manager likes the series, but he hasn't read the book. So I'm going to read the book and then I'll compare notes with him. Then we have the last book in the Part of the World series, Just for the Summer. And I wanted to read this book first, but because I found out that this was the third in the series, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to read the first of the series. So that's what I did. I just realized, are all these books like that? Because then we have the third book of the Red Rising series, Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, and then the sneak peek of Red Rising's book 4, Iron Gold. Then we have Quiet by Susan Cain. This is another book that I don't know if I'm going to read. I probably will. I just don't know when. I don't remember why I got this book either. Then we have The Loveliest Chocolate Shop in Paris by Jenny Colgan. And I got this book because of the cover and because it says The Loveliest Chocolate Shop in Paris. And I thought this would be great for wintertime. I'm excited to read that. Then we have A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I'm going to save this for wintertime too, because I know I'm going to be ripped. My heart is going to be ripped because of this book. Why do I want to read it? Because I have seen the hype around it and I want to see if the hype is real. All right? I know people are saying, check the trigger warnings because it's that type of book. So then we have Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale, which I also heard was another tearjerker. But this is like a historical fiction, and I'm a little scared about this one. I'm scared I'm not going to like it because it is historical fiction. And then we have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. It's so cute. And then we have A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. And I heard that this is also a book that's gonna make me cry. Wow, I have a lot of my tearjerkers for the end of the year. Then we have The Fine Print by, who is this by? Oh, they have a playlist to read this to. Oh, I don't want to read that just yet. That's actually really cool. Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Self-explanatory. And then my last book that I have on the TBR cart is The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. And I actually didn't know that she was a romance person before, or romance author before Fourth Wing, because I actually didn't know Rebecca Yarros before Fourth Wing. And I read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for sure. But yeah, that's it for this TBR video. So like for me, I'm going on a book buying ban, right? I want to stick with it. I will stick with it, hopefully. I know I don't need any more books to buy right now because I have so many books that I have to read. Alright guys, thank you for watching this long video. I'm so sorry that this video took a lot longer than I expected it to, but thank you guys for being part of this video, and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back, and I'm excited to be back. Don't expect weekly videos because it's not gonna happen. I'll post when I post, but yeah. Alright guys, bye! I hope that you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, night, dusk, dawn, wherever and whenever you're watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!